What it do, y'all? Hey, this is your boy James, and you're watching my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews, where I am here to give y'all my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. And it's not going to happen in this video, but that's okay. We'll live to fight another day. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Mrs. Beth. I'll say what's up to her.
Hello, beautiful people. I'm having some camera issues, so I'm going to go off camera, but I hope you guys like and subscribe.
Yes, and while you're subscribing to me, please subscribe to Mrs. Best. Any reviews or recaps I do not cover on my channel, it's because we are over at her channel. We're covering those. So we have Love and Hip Hop. We have Real Housewives of Miami that's going off. Mrs. Best is also going to pick up Bravo's Wife Swap. So y'all want to make sure y'all are here for all of this because
you was right. They did delay the premiere.
I told you. Yeah.
I said, oh Lord.
Yes, they delayed it. So I was like, the last thing I read delayed, but if you read something different, fine. I mean, that's cool. You recapping it, not me, but yeah, they did delay it. Hey, I like the new intro, and Carrie is a no for me. DM Rocks, we love you, we appreciate you, and I'm still on the fence with her. I don't know what it is about her. I'm still on the fence. Hey, Mrs. Moncliffe, thank you for joining us. Yes, let's talk about Mississippi's finest.
I was annoyed with that intro, though. I'm gonna disagree with DM Rocks, which is very rare. That was the most low budget. What did me and my husband say looking at the new intro? We could have put some better shit together on Canva.
I just felt like it was too long.
The quality of the Belle Collective symbol was not good. Then you got Letitia's big ass up front. And I'm just looking like the rest of them, the walk forward got me because none of them walk like ladies. I noticed. So it's like, oh, they look like they're coming at me. Let me square up. Like the way they was walking toward us. That intro, y'all could have just done and showed the little Belle Collective.
Belle Collective, yeah.
Like
we know their names.
Toward us in that intro, I was ready to fight because the way I thought they was gonna come through the camera. That no.
Yes, it was crazy.
Marie's walk, she looked like she stomped loud when she walked. Like she could be on the top floor of an apartment. Her neighbors be mad as hell. Don't she look like she stomped? Just like, girl.
That's okay. Dr. Wendy can join next season and add some flair. I think Dr. Wendy is done. If you haven't watched my live for that, I don't think she's gonna be on reality TV no more. She can't. I was kind of into it was like I wasn't into it at all. I to me the best intro they had was when they first came on. I have tried, it is just failed every time. But
Carlos doesn't give this show the attention it deserves.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. We know that. So the episode opens up with Letitia. She meets up with Carrie, but before Carrie gets there, Letitia has to let us know that the Enterprise, which I knew that way before the show even aired, that Letitia was a bail bondsman. Now the paralegal thing is new. I never heard of her being a paralegal before. Can the two coincide? Yes, I have seen that done before, but that's new for me. And then also she does mentorship as well, which I'm like, okay, Letitia. Okay.
So Letitia Pearson Enterprises is not an enterprise. No. It is Letitia Pearson, likely, and her assistant utilizing all of the various business licenses and certifications that she has, which is to be respected and admired. But you are selling this as if, like, why did it take 6 seasons for us to know fully what you do?
Yes, why did you? And that's what that was my gripe with Letitia. Because anybody who knows you, like anybody who actually looked into you, knew that you were a bail bondsman. And I don't understand why you didn't lead with that first season. Like, I just don't. It doesn't
make sense for her wanting to do what is that street?
Ferris Street.
Yeah, and that's season 1. It seemed like that's what she was trying to be the personal person for with that street project. But who wants to hear that a bail bondsman wants to buy up historic property? If you don't go catch a criminal and sit down somewhere, call dog, something.
I'm just saying. But okay, that's fine. So Carrie meets up with her and Carrie.
Mrs. Moncrief, you on timeout talking about a candlestick maker. I just read that.
I hollered. I'm sorry. I was about to laugh while you were talking, but I had to lean my head back because that took me out. Oof.
Doing everything but losing weight. I just.
No, doing everything but leaving that husband. It's
Why
just
did she
crazy.
really get a BBL, you guys? Because I'm confused.
I swore, y'all, she said that on one of them seasons. I promise you, she said she got her titties done. I promise you, she said this. I cannot find that
I'm
episode.
not even trying to shame nobody, but if you do get plastic surgery, try and lose some weight naturally first. Because what is the point of getting all these parts added if we can't tell that they've been added?
Anyways, y'all, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna stop body shaming. But
It's
you know,
not body shape. It's the truth. I don't understand. And they tell you that when you go to the doctor for a consult to get cosmetic surgery. They always tell you they have to. People just ignore it and say, whatever, I'm assigned to dotted line anyway. But I'm just wondering, like, Letitia irritates me on this show because first of all, 6 seasons later, you telling us what you do. You've been talking about how great your enterprises is, but really it seems like this was a new venture that you were figuring out. We could have accepted her mistakes and low budget activities if she had just kept it real. Then she be trying to act like she's for the female empowerment. She's all over the place. Now she's suddenly back in love with her husband when last season they was barely keeping it together.
I don't know. As I said, y'all know that was my biggest gripe with her as well. Is because I let it be known on my channel before she did that she was a bail bondsman because everyone asked me, what does she do for a living? Like, is it just the enterprises? And I said, well, from what I understand of the enterprise, she rents out suites in the enterprise because she bought a building. But for the true tea, Letitia's a bail bondsman. And I knew that. I knew that first season. And the fact that she didn't lead with that, I was like, ma'am, do you know in Phoenix, I don't know how it is in other states, but in Phoenix, it's rare to see a black woman be a bail bondsman. It's very rare. Like, I think I know of 2 out here, and that's rare. Considering in other states, I know in California, there's over thousands of them. So, yeah, it's crazy.
The thing with Letitia, you got all these streams of income, but come on TV with these wigs. I don't understand because I just don't. It's almost like she wants us to see just the negative of her, but hopefully this season she'll keep shining and showing her.
I hope so. Yeah. But Carrie looked a hot ass mess too in this meeting. But
Carrie's ponytail was hanging on for dear life.
I said, Carrie, this is your first season. I'm gonna cut you some slack, but I feel like you actually have the money to do what needs to be done because your confessional you look great. But these everyday scenes, I am just like, what is going on here? Why do you have that? Mrs. Moncrief, you is on time out today. You is in these
she's Mrs. Moncrief is keeping it a buck because I know I live in Oakland, California. Shout out to the town, and across the street from me is a beauty supply store. And I could go in there right now and swipe my Capital One card for $15.99 and get that same ponytail with the drawstring that's on that woman's head.
Oof.
Now, why she came on TV without pulling the drawstring all the way tight? Maybe it loosened up and she needed to tie a knot or something. But that ponytail was fighting for its life.
I said this the first episode when she first introduced it to us. I was like, I said, no, absolutely not. First of all, it was the grandma pressing comb bang for me. And then the ponytail, first of all, is dehydrated as hell. She needs to oil it. And then it's not, I don't even think it's human hair. So it's like, girl, what is we doing? Because she's a beautiful lady. She really is. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, come on. And you have money. It's like, I can see if you was broke. Like, yeah, but no, you have money. Like, cut it out. I heard when Latrice's friend tells Letitia about Glenn DMing her, Letitia blames Latrice, of course.
Letitia blames
everybody else but that damn man.
Right. This is what she does.
Like, girl, we tired of this. Yeah. Listen, Mississippi is my home state, but I refuse to let them represent without correct criticism. I know that's right, Mrs. Moncrief. You better get.
My best friend lives in Jackson. And when I tell you, when she moved out there from the Bay Area, she said to me, girl, these people down here do not play about hair. They really hold themselves accountable. I said, what?
What the hell happened to
her ponytail out. My friend, I ain't never seen her with her hair done this often. So
When I tell you, well, what the hell happened to Letitia first season 1? Because that was a travesty on her
That's why I'm
head.
like, are these all new streams of income, or is she the type of female who's like, oh, well, I'm getting tired of doing this, so maybe I need to get this business license and I could use it to help with this. I don't think she uses all of her little certs at once, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think she's actively doing.
No, I knew in first season she was. That's why I found out about her. In first season she was using it. I think she stopped using it around season 3. I think that's when she stopped. I don't think she didn't practice it as much. I think she still kept her certifications current, but I don't think she was practicing like that. I don't think she was at all. And to be honest with y'all bail bondsmen like have to have a lot of equity and cash on the barrel hand. They can't just go and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be a bail bondsman." You have to have liquidation money to do it.
But you know what? No shade, because I don't really care for Letitia, but that could be why we never see her or Glenn's like legit house on the show. Because if you out here as a bail bondsman, I would assume you would want to keep your space or your home private just for safety reasons. So maybe that's why. Trying to give her some grace.
Oh, I do too. I try to find grace for her, but she make it hard. She do. But they meet up because she would like Carrie to help her with her relaunching of these brunches. She wants to relaunch the brunches and actually do a tour. And Carrie said, "Okay, Letitia, yeah, I'm happy to come aboard, but you need some sponsors." Like, where are we on sponsorship? And I'm looking at Carrie. I said, "Baby, these ain't the people you think that they are. Letitia ain't gonna get no damn sponsors for no damn brunch." Because let me tell y'all something. If Letitia actually was going to have sponsors, they would have been happened by now.
But why would anyone sponsor her brunches when pretty much every brunch and this is the one show I did watch every season of late, but I watched every season. Why would anyone want to sponsor the brunches based on the brunches we've seen in multiple seasons? They've all been a disaster in some way.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Joseph Felton, who came. I haven't seen you in a while, Joseph. I was happy to see your name come across there. We appreciate you coming. Let me tell y'all something. Letitia's brunches were better the first season. And I don't know if that was because production was invested into the brunches at first. I don't know if that's what it was. But season 2 and season 3 of the brunches were a travesty. It was a hot ass mess. So yeah, her brunches were actually better first season, in my opinion.
I still don't get the point of them. Like, I get the concept and the idea, but when I see it executed, I don't get the purpose of it. I don't see how people are learning, especially when she's inviting a bunch of already successful people and just a small handful of people who aren't. Because let's keep it real, the poverty level and income levels in Mississippi socioeconomically are lower than they rank 50th out of all 50 states.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, what are you charging for people to come to these brunches? Because you have a bunch of already successful people intermingling with each other. But I thought that the point of them, when she explained her brunches, was to help people who don't have that success yet or want to jump into business or entrepreneurship to network with people in it. But what I've seen change is now it just seems like people already successful mingling with each other. So I'm kind of lost on her vision for the brunches, and I kind of want her to let them go. She's letting it be her identity on the show and like her thing. But I feel like Letitia could be, oh, hell nah. Bitch is crazy. Bitch is crazy.
Oh, wait, Mrs. Moncrief, hold on.
Hold on. Wait a minute. To the bitch is crazy real quick, because $65 for some cold waffles.
The entire time, or is it this some recent shit, right? She got it together and this is recent, Mrs. Moncrief. I know you're not talking about season 1 to now. I know you're not saying that. Hold on.
Mississippi?
I can go. Wait a minute. Okay, you can go to Hash Kitchen for $30 and get you a whole.
The thing about Mississippi,
from
my family and friends down there, I'm like, $65, you could go to a hole in the wall and get some good ass food.
Okay, wait a minute, what's we doing?
Probably way cheaper somewhere else. A hole in the
probably because it looked like it had on 2 of the 3 of them seasons she was cooking her own food. So
I don't want her to do that anymore. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna behave. I'm gonna behave.
Because when I tell you, I was so mad at that. I was like, "Not you cooking their own food now, damn." She's
Thank you.
like, "Okay, for real, like for some
Waffle House
brunch."
will give you each item one at a time, but it's gonna come out hot and it's gonna taste good. You might see some shit while you're there. Just say it, but the food gonna be right.
There's only one Waffle House that's good. That's because there's a black lady in the kitchen that don't play that shit. So that's why I'm just like, you know what? Yes, that's. But I'm just saying, $65 Letitia. I know good and goddamn well.
I live in the Bay Area.
Oh my god, that just
Okay, I'm literally living in the third most expensive place you could live in this country. And people do brunches like Letitia out here, entrepreneurs, they advertise it and stuff, and they don't charge that in California.
I go to brunches in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is like the third Hollywood of America. It is uppity as hell. I have not paid no more than $30. Like and I promise you, and there's steak tips, there is lobster tails, there is all kind of shit at this brunch. I have never paid more than $30 for a brunch. That is absolutely crazy. And for some shit that you cooked yourself, oh no, hell no. I'm not gonna do no. I'm sorry. Mrs. Moncrief, you wrong for this, but I'm glad that you did this. I'm so happy that you put her on blast like that because ain't no way in hell.
No, she's not. I totally appreciate it because the thing that I keep hearing when this show was filming, James, my best friend was texting and calling like, "Oh my god, this and that. You can really see it. Jackson is big but small." And all I hear from people in Mississippi, it ain't what they selling us on this show. It's not really what it is for some of them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I've been to Jackson. I know. That's why I'm like, and trust me, I've had my times. I've gotten them all together, even with Ikesha, when I pulled up the map to Fair Street and tried to see if anybody still had anything on there. And we looked at the camera, wasn't shit there. So that's why I'm saying, I trust me, I get it. But let's move on, y'all, because Carrie has agreed to help Letitia with relaunching the brunches. Good for them. So the next thing we have Marie and Cedric. They're at Cedric's home. Y'all, I want them to stop showing this. Like, that is, if this is really where Cedric lives, like, y'all are not doing him any favors doing this. I just want to let y'all know that's kind of shady that y'all do this. But Marie's up in here cutting up some fruit. He talking about, baby, what you cooking? She said, it's a surprise. And I said, she literally is putting strawberries on the plate. What the hell is the surprise? She ain't cooking nothing.
She didn't cut them right.
Yeah, I was like,
big ass slices.
So she come up in the room. She goes, here you go. And he's eating. And she says, Cedric, how you like the party? And he said, it was very nice. But I was real confused about that man that you had there, Marie. Who was he?
You're not gonna have their voices down.
Let me be a character. Let me do James and Skeeter. Shout out to Color Me Pink.
James.
Y'all, she messing up. I was trying to give y'all voices. Mrs. Best messing up. I don't even know if I can do it now.
Because you sound just down to the body language. You ain't gonna shimmy into the voice. Or Cedric. Why does she hold her shoulders?
I don't know why she do that, but yes, I'm sorry. I had to do it, y'all. I'm sorry. I wanted. She know I like playing with Marie. I love Marie. I do. I've grown to love her. I really do. But I like to play with. I like to play with her voice because her voice is so interesting to me. It just is. Let me get back into character. I have to. I'm an actor, y'all. This is what I do. I'm a good voice actor. I really am. But he said, so Marie, who was a man over there, And she said, well, Cedric, that was my friend. I told you I had a friend that I was going to bring to the party, and I didn't know you were going to be there. And she go, I love you, Cedric. I really do. And, I'm put in this really hard position because I don't know how I'm going to do this. Well, Marie, I just want to let you know, I always would love you. I'll always love you, Marie. And I love our family. I love everything. So, you take your time, and do everything right. And, you'll come with a great decision, Marie. You will. And I just want to let y'all know, I don't buy this storyline. I don't care about this storyline because I feel like Marie is full of shit for you to dig up Cedric of all people. Marie, you could have let a storyline with Martin if we even believe that story. Like, you could have just led that. But the fact that you dug up Cedric, I'm just like, okay, I don't believe this. But long story short, she is really conflicted in her mind because she loves Cedric. She does. But she also has grown to like to Martin because he has shown her things that she has never seen before. So I think that it's really, conflict in her mind of who is she going to choose. And I'm like, you don't have to choose either one of them. Just date and just continue to date and just be happy. If you need some good, good in the bed, and just continue to do that. You don't have to make a decision. Like, you really don't. Because I don't feel like Cedric is worth a decision to make. And I don't know Martin yet to make that assumption either. But Mrs. Best, how did you feel about Marie and Cedric's little scene and her confliction of who she wants to be with?
It made me want to fill up a bucket of water, pour it over her head, and comb out her finger waves. And I realize that means I may have some aggression in my heart. But I also realize that I am a person with great discernment. I'm highly intelligent. I'm highly educated. And I'm a reasonable person. Marie, I did not like you at first. I have actually grown to love Marie. She's now one of my favorite Belles, and I never thought I would say that. James knows I have come far. But Marie, this storyline is some bullshit. Don't come on TV no more doing your shoulders like this, dancing and twirling in a Diana Ross dress with two men that obviously like men. So I just don't buy any of this storyline. I can't take it seriously. I do feel like she probably does care for Cedric, but I do not feel like Martin was like a real relationship or anything like that. Not I'm just saying, because that Mississippi heat and that the humidity and the heat combined will make you feel like Satan is still on earth. Like,
when I tell you her and Wanda buy the same spritz, I promise you they do, because they will wear a hard hairstyle. Like, when I tell you them finger waves do not move, they stay in position. She got, I don't know what spritz she be, but she buying like the spritz our mamas had back in the 80s and 90s. Because I'm telling you, them finger waves don't move, like, for real.
That's what we go talk about going forward with Marie, with these men and her scenes as her finger waves, because I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. And it's like, even if these men are straight, whatever the hell their thing is, you brought them on this TV because Marie is not stupid. She knows how this looks. She knows how it looks. The way she speaks half the time doesn't seem legit. It doesn't seem authentic. And after we met her family last season, I know this ain't Marie.
No, I know it ain't either. That's why I'm just like, and the thing about it is, the dating pool in Jackson cannot be that bad.
Oh, it can.
Oh, it can?
Oh, it can.
I thought Phoenix was worse. Like, I got lucky as hell. Like, I literally. Do you remember when I was on the phone with you and I was leaving Florida and I said, girl, I ain't gonna never find no man because the Phoenix is hard and ain't nobody feel won't be out here because men out here are fucking stupid and crazy and all kind of other shit. They nobody gonna want me. And he was like, is it really that bad for him? I said, yeah, girl, I ain't gonna never find nobody. It is, sure enough.
My friend is living in Jackson. The story says I didn't think niggas got worse than California, as quiet as it's kept, but apparently they do.
Hell, I'll take one from. Well, I'm fine now, but hell, and back in the times when I was single.
Moncrief, thank you, because that's the other thing my friend was saying. Shout out to Megan because she subscribes to your channel. That's
hey, Megan.
She moved to Jackson for love and didn't work out, so she started dating since she was down there and the rent was cheaper. And her stories are awful, and she has this bad habit of coming across married men, and the men that are not married have issues they need to address with their tillywhackers that require antibiotic treatment and or medical treatment. They don't seem to want to do it or trust the doctors and the insurance system out there. Something she was saying, but the dating stories I've heard, and she's a twin. Her twin sister lives with her down there as well. Twin going through the same shit. I said, what the heck?
Whoa, okay.
All sorts of crazy stuff posted on Facebook by the wives. you're not supposed to think it's a relationship. This is the girl trying to take husband. I said, what is going on in Jackson, Mississippi?
Right. Like, damn, okay.
Why is everybody married
I
with
would
the STD and cheating on people? What is going on?
I guess Mississippi is the last state of Southern comfort of men. Okay, I got you.
The
So,
good, though.
Speaking of Marie pulls up to Hamilton Davis, which is her mental health clinic. She still is in the Nissan Sentra or Altima, whatever it is. And I'm gonna let y'all know at this because I saw the Florida license plate on the car, and I know that when you rent a car,
right.
yes, Mrs. Best was right. Mrs. Best called that as a rental
worked
car.
in the car industry. I know a rental when I see one, or a dealer car when I see one, or a business one. Like, stop, Marie.
Marie, where is your car? Like, do you not want your car to be seen on TV? Is that what it is? Like, we gonna try to give you the Letitia treatment. Like, maybe Letitia, because she is a bail bondsman, don't want her actual home shown on TV, even though Dog the Bounty Hunter show his home all the time. But he don't give a shit. But I digress. But like, what is going on in Jackson where y'all don't want to show y'all real shit? Like, and y'all on reality TV.
I think Marie, because get doctored is very expensive. I think that Marie is likely good with her money. As a matter of fact, I do, because one thing I'll give the lady, she always comes through looking right, especially since she got rid of that nasty blonde wig. But I do feel like she could have put her money into her house and maybe like the activity for her daughter, because her daughter does the dance teams professionally and all of that. I feel like that's where her money's going. Marie gives me the person on this cast that will put her money in the makeup, hair, her rent, her house, big house, all of that. And she gonna say, okay, with the car, we could just rent something with Hamilton Davis card. Like, I feel like she'll rent cars, rent vans, and things like that. Because if she is running a mental health facility as someone who works in them, I have seen that happen. When I worked for one out here in Concord, California, they actually would rent cars sometimes because you have so many residents in your facilities and you have to drive them to places like outpatient appointments, activities that may support their clinical health. So I feel like that's probably why she had that white van, but I don't feel like Marie has like a car good enough to show on the show. Like, I feel like Marie's real car is like a 1997 Toyota Camry with tints on tins or something. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she probably has like a Buick. Like, she gives me someone that has like a newer Buick, like a LeSabre or a LaCrosse, new model, or one of the SUVs.
See, I thought you was going to pull the Sheree car because that's what this is reminding me of. Because you know how Sheree will spend money on clothes, purses and shit like that, but still drive that same 2010 Porsche that she been having since season 2 or 3 or whatever she bought that shit. I felt like that's what I was looking at here. So that was funny that you said that because that's immediately where my mind went out. But but Sheree stunning on me. She still got that G-Wagon that Sierra's former brother-in-law bought allegedly. So
Okay, Sheree. Until it need maintenance, we'll see how long she.
Sheree will
find a way to get it done at no cost, or we're gonna be hearing from a mechanic on TMZ in the next few years talking about she owe him $2,700 for a transmission. We'll see.
I will give her a little bit of break because Jackson is very dangerous. Remember, someone shot up her house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She give me somebody who not gonna show. Like, now that I've learned a little bit more about Jackson, I don't blame them for not wanting to show like their houses, especially if they live like within the city. For the people that live on the outskirts or in nicer areas like Latrice or Tambra, not a big deal. But for the people that's like in the city.
We saw Tambra house before?
I thought we have seen her house before.
I don't think I've ever been to Tambra's house. I don't
know. She did when she was talking to her cousin.
That was her. Wasn't that her mama's house?
No, I thought that was her house.
I don't remember. I have to go back and watch. I don't think because I don't ever remember being in Tambra's house.
But honestly, they don't really need to show their houses on this show. Oh, it was her parents.
Yeah, I don't think we ever been to Tambra's house. Yeah, I don't think we ever been to Tambra's house.
Maybe they don't. That is kind of strange, but they don't really need to show their houses on this show if it's supposed to be about their jobs and what they're doing for.
Well, they could do like the Kardashians. You know how the Kardashians will show the front of somebody else's house and then be in there. They could do that.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
they can do
actually
it just like that. Yeah, they can do it just like that.
that's weird to film in your parents' house, but not your own. You think
Yeah,
you
because
want
then
to?
you're putting your parents in danger and stuff because people ring the doorbell at their house. But yeah. Let's move on, y'all. So she's at Hamilton Davis, so she meets up with Essie. You guys know I love me some Essie. I really do. That conversation was extremely funny. But to kind of paraphrase it, Marie wants to retire. Marie says she has been an entrepreneur for 25 years, and she said that there is nothing else that she feels like she can give to the mental health, and that she wants to hire another coordinator to come in here and actually, take over for her position. Essie says that she is not ready for Marie to retire. She needs another year to, make sure that everything is in place. And y'all have to remember, Essie also has health issues. Essie travels back and forth between here, Jackson and Birmingham, which is, I think, is only a couple hours, but to get her, health in order. So she says she's not really ready for Marie to leave, but Marie is like Dad said, she wants to do other ventures. And Marie is still young enough where I kind of feel like, yeah, I think that is smart of her to want to retire because she's still going to get residual checks because she owns the business. So I feel like this is a good segue, and that's a good amount of time to give into a business and, let it run itself. So I actually was not mad at that. They did have a nice little kiki about, her being stuck between the two men, Martin and Cedric. And she doesn't know where her heart is leaning into, and I'm just like, I'm not really going to go through the storyline, but I think that her retiring is a very interesting guideline of the where she is right now. 25 years is a long time, so I think that's a good decision to come to retire. Mrs. Best, how do you feel about her opening up about wanting to retire?
If she wants to do it, she should be able to do it. She owns it, so if she wants to not retire and come back, she can, but she definitely has that option. I want Essie and Marie to let go of the short hair.
I know, because when they were showing that pictures of Marie with that long hair,
both of them.
Marie looked a lot younger in the pictures, but she was had on that pink.
She looks younger with hair, Marie. But I get why she would like the short hair, but I think she would look great with some length. Essie, same thing. I'm just kind of tired of her hair. It's just the top of her head.
I heard Martian went back to his wife. I'm trying to figure out what woman in her right mind, but okay.
He went back to his partner and their adopted children. That's what I'm going to tell myself, because I still don't believe that man got a wife.
If she do, I need to see her. DM Roxy, you got some tea on that? Send it to me because I need to see her. I need to see what she look like. I do. Because if I'm right, y'all, in my mind, that wife probably looks like Marie. If I'm right in my mind. Because Marie has a very androgynous look. Like, she's very handsome. So I really feel like that's where I feel like Cedric kind of leans into that too.
James, keep going. You just called this lady handsome. Keep going. You be talking about I read people for Phil. I love Scotty.
I love Scotty. Shout out to Scotty by Nature. Y'all subscribe to Scotty, one of the realest ones on YouTube. He paves the way for everybody, even the ones he has not seen yet. He always paves a way. We love Scotty. Always will love him. Thank you for doing what you do, Scotty. We appreciate you.
Right. He don't understand. He be coming at me for reading people. That is a read toward a woman. You handsome? If a nigga tell me I'm handsome, I'm gonna fight him like a man. What?
Okay, but you're not androgynous. Like, you're not, like, you are beautiful.
It's funny. It's funny. It is funny because she is handsome. I didn't say I disagreed with you. I just said
anyways.
her for filth, but she is. She is. Look how she hold her shoulders. She be.
Anyways, y'all know I love Marie. I do. I've come to love her. I really do. I just play with her because she's fun. She really is. She keeps the show.
I think she do well on other networks too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like if we
I think reality TV is definitely her thing. I think for certain people that I feel like reality TV is definitely them, and I don't ever want them to go away from it. Dr. Heavenly is one.
Yep.
She is great for reality TV. I think if Dr. Heavenly retired from being a dentist, she needs to stay in reality TV because she is funny. I know a lot of people don't like her humor, but I get it because I'm from the Bay Area. That is a lot of people that we know.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot of people we know. That's why I'm just like, yeah, she needs to stay. Marie is another one. Marie is another one who needs to stay on reality TV for as long as she can. Where are we at? Who am I going to talk about next? Now that we finished with Marie's segment, and prayers still up for SC. We hope SC really does make a strong recovery. I love SC. I do. She's been my favorite since season 1. I've always saw for SC and will, always will. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Selena.
Oh, here we go.
Y'all, Selena not gonna worry me with this storyline. She is not gonna worry me with this storyline. But Selena is at home. She decides that she wants to give the son who passed away in 2020 a memoriam, which I can honor that. I think that is very brave. But then she started talking about Mike. So Mike bought this box truck and then he went out of town to Dallas. And when she tried to call him, he didn't answer the phone. And she felt a way about that. So he comes in the house and she giving him the silent treatment. And he said, "What the hell wrong with you?" And she said, "You don't answer your phone when I call. Like, really? Are you really doing this? Not communicate?" He said, "Well, yeah, I'm gonna communicate. I didn't think nothing was wrong." Selena. Because Selena made a point, and Selena said something in this confessional, and I think she's very delusional. Selena says that in the beginning, he was always communicating with me. He was always doing this. And then when I became his fiance, it all seemed to stop. Selena, I do not believe you. That is a man of very few words.
Yep. Thank
and you. When I say this, I do not believe for 1 second that he always communicated with you. I think that he always shared his ideas. I think he always told you his goals. I think he, does attend to your needs. I do believe that. But I do not believe that this man was a huge communicator when y'all first met. I think you were going through some things and he always showed up. I will give that man that. He seems like he will always show up for you. But talking about communication, because he bought this box truck, he's a trucker. That's what he does. So he probably bought a new one because you know what? He has to get back to work and make money. You want this big ass wedding, don't you? And I'm sure the next step is that he probably wants to buy a house. If I believe that y'all are really going to get married, because I'm still on the fence with that one. I still don't believe it. Have they gotten married yet? So I don't know. But for her to, have this constant be a storyline and everything, I'm just like, Selena, I don't believe this. I'm sorry. I love you, but I don't believe this storyline. Mrs. Best, how did you feel about this scene?
I do believe the storyline. It aligns with her personality and decisions she would make. I think that she has nothing going on in her life right now outside of filming the show. And I think that so I do think that parts of what she's saying is true in terms of what she's gone through with him, but I also kind of feel the same. I don't think that he's ever been a big communicator. He seems like a man that's just content with his female and wants to buy a truck. Until you are his wife, he can do what the fuck he wants with his money. Also, I'd love to remind you of that, Miss Selena, but seems like she just has a lot of time on her hands because of her accident and not working and all of that. And you're going to notice that your spouse is gone more and doing stuff if you're not doing as much. I want her to let go of this, but I feel like she does this in relationships, if that makes sense.
Okay.
She just seems like the type to expect a honeymoon stage all the time. And that is not what it is. And then we have to remember she was with JJ hella young, had kids hella young. So Selena's probably still trying to figure out who she is. But I don't care to see this anymore. The man didn't pick up the phone. Get over it, girl. Sometimes they don't.
But it gets better. It gets better. Because Selena lets him know that they're going to go out with the Pearsons so that they can help them communicate better. And Selena feels that Letitia and Glenn are the perfect people to help with this communication issue. I said, Selena, now what you not finna do on Oprah's network, Beyonce's internet, is sit up here and tell us that the Pearsons, out of any of the other couples, I almost would rather you go to Latrice and Cliff before you go to Letitia and Glenn about anything but communication. The only thing those two can do is teach you how to let him cheat in peace, and you just sit there and look pretty and always fight for him.
He can't even teach him that because Glenn can't cheat in peace himself. The nigga keep getting. I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's a joke. Something somebody told me, this 90-year-old lady I worked for when I got married, she told me all these crazy things because I needed the day off to do it. I was trying to elope. But one of the many things she told me, other than it's smart you got married on a Wednesday, because if he messes up, he could take you back to where he got you from. I thought that was comical comedy coming from an older Black lady. But she also told me you have to be careful who you get advice from in your marriage. And I definitely feel like this is for the show, because one of the things I learned is you don't want to take advice from every couple that is married who's been together for a long time, because you don't know the conditions and circumstances that come with them being together. You don't know if they're in a good place. You don't know what they've been through, and what they've went through may be something that you yourself cannot deal with, or it could be a boundary. So you got to be careful with that. The other thing is, if you are preparing for marriage, I feel like it's best to talk to somebody, whether it be in your religion or a professional. Don't go talking to anybody in this group about a relationship, because as quiet as it kept, none of these bitches could keep a man. Tamara bullshitting with the mom for sperm so that she could get her pretty little baby. Latrice is with Cliff because she waiting on him to take that last drink that's going to send him to the upper room. I can't say nothing about Carrie yet. Maria's on here juggling two men that probably like men. And Letitia will accept whatever, whenever, from whoever, and blame the other person and not her husband. Don't ever go to people for advice when you have two people who are childish in their mindsets individually, which comes together and turns into chaos. Like, they can't tell nobody about shit.
And I second that, because that was comical for me. I said Letitia and Glenn, of all people. Selena. No.
She wants to get divorced. She has to. Because that's the only reason I would go to Letitia and Glenn, is to like.
Maybe I would go to them to be a stamp of what not to do in a marriage.
Letitia got so many jobs, she probably can't catch him cheating until the show come about. That's probably why she stays on it, even though he humiliates her season after season, because she knows she's going to stay. But she always finds out something season after season that Glenn is doing.
Mm-hmm. I have a question. Where was Tambra in this episode? Child, I didn't even know Tambra wasn't even in this episode. Y'all have to understand, I have a love-hate for Tambra. I don't think that she does anything wrong, but I don't see her place on this show, because Tambra, I feel like out of everybody
at all.
Yeah, I feel like Tambra is the one we know the least about. I feel like Tambra does not show her real life. I feel like Tambra, we have yet to see Tambra put out a promotion, a product, or anything. We barely seen the baby. Her relationship with the mom was a flop. I feel like Tambra left, like, didn't want to start sharing her personal life when that shit happened with Marie and Letitia going to meet up with that ex. I feel like that's when Tambra really was like, I'm just going to show up just to show up. You know. Meanwhile, those girls are repopulating Jackson. Oh. Well, no lie there. But yeah, I didn't mind Tambra not being in this episode, because I feel like she's just a placeholder. Like, are we ever going to see Tambra's real life?
Tambra should have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
I saw what Tambra they were trying to do to find like relevant people in the city.
Right.
To, you know, that are somewhat known, at least locally, but just because you're known locally, again, does not translate to you're good enough for reality TV. Tambra's chill, but she could go. Yeah,
absolutely. So this is the day of Letitia's brunch, you know, that she's calling it the relaunch social event for her brunches. Her goal is to make this statewide so that she can help 3,000 women by the end of this year. And I said, that's a wonderful goal, Letitia. Good luck to you.
Help 3,000 people within the city that you're from. There are 3,000 people there. And then expand. She always skipping steps. And that's her problem.
I agree. Yeah, that is a good point. Great.
Start with your city first and then grow. Like,
right. Carrie shows up with, her bang folded and that stiff ass ponytail again. She looked very. I need this one.
The pearls on the pants, big no no,
No, no,
big
no,
no
don't.
no.
As I said, this is her first season, so I'm going to give her a pass, but it is very hard for me. It is
We're
very
not
hard.
giving him a pass. I'm taking his pass that he gave you and revoking it. Ain't no way in hell you come on TV with dry scalp, drawstring ponytail that looks like the back of a horse's ass. And then you come in here in a blazer with some pearls on your pants that don't go all the way down. Looked like she was flooding.
Lord Jesus. And then she kept trying to fix that bang. I don't know what the bang was doing. Maybe, the bobby pin couldn't hold it up or something because she was always in the mirror fixing it. I'm like, oh God, someone
Because
help
she
her,
knows she
please.
looked toe up. Just
Someone
throw it
help
on a
her,
wig.
please.
Could have thrown
Yeah,
it on a
like,
wig
yeah.
kind of thing and kept it going. Nobody would have knew.
You could have borrowed one of Letitia's old wigs and looked better than that. Come on now. Lord Jesus.
No, don't say that, James.
Anyway, so Selena gets there, and Selena actually mentions, because I have forgot all about this. Selena mentions that this is the first time she'll be seeing Latrice. She hopes that she shows up because they have not talked since Selena's accident. Because remember, y'all, Selena was supposed to be the bar manager at Taste, and when she got to the accident, she didn't call Latrice. She didn't say anything, and I said, Selena, you're fucked up for that. Because regardless of your accident, you were supposed to be professional and let her know, hey, I'm not going to make it because of this accident. My back is hurting, but if the job is still open, I can come in a few weeks. Please hold my position. So the fact that she didn't do that, I said, Selena, you were fucked up. And if Latrice did feel away, I have to defend that because at the end of the day, that is unprofessional of you, especially when you agree to do it. So, whatever Latrice give you, I can't be mad at her. I'm sorry. So Latrice actually does get there. They kind of avoided each other a little bit. They weren't really talking as much, but after a minute, Selena decides, let me pull you to the side. And this is where Selena got me. She said, friend, I was kind of mad that you didn't call me or anything. And the truth is like, I'm mad at you because where were you when Taste was opening? You were supposed to be my bar manager. She goes, I know, but so much has happened. I got into a car accident. Then my son's dog died. The dog he had when he was living and, was there when he got shot and killed. Yeah, he was there. And just giving all this backlash. And I said, Selena, it's very easy. I am sorry. This is what happened. I'm so sorry I let you down, friend. Like, but she was giving every excuse. And it was kind of like she was buttering out the situation to make sure Latrice did not get mad. And once Latrice heard it, she couldn't get mad because at the end of the day, no matter how unprofessional it was, she still, those were still kind of crazy incidents to have happened around the time the bar was supposed to be open. So I don't know how to really feel about that, but Latrice does forgive her. They move on from the situation. But I still am kind of like, I feel like that was an easy scapegoat way. How did you feel about that?
I'm glad that they made peace because they've been friends for a long time. But Selena, you wrong. That's how a lot of friendships and marriages end when you work with people that you care about in your personal life and they do something professionally that is unprofessional, then it makes it difficult. But if I get a car accident and I'm knocked out unconscious or actively being worked on, fine. The moment you were out of surgery and had your phone, you could have sent a text message saying was in car accident, in hospital, injured, cannot work. Don't know when I can return. That's all she had to say. It didn't even have to be all of that. That is why the law literally says you don't have to tell your job the reason that you calling out when you call out, but you just have to tell them. You have to communicate. So I don't understand why Selena didn't do that. Because to me, I understand that it was a series of unfortunate big events, but none of them stopped her from being able to use a phone, walk around her house. And to be a bar manager, that's pretty much what you would be doing. You didn't talk to her to know that they probably could have accommodated you for work because that's your friend. So you may not have been lifting heavy stuff, but it don't take much effort to hold the clipboard and order alcohol, take inventory, check the schedule. It don't take much effort to do that, especially when you're sitting at home tracking Mike and his purchases. So I'm just looking at Selena like, please, is this what you're going to do? You did this on Dance Moms, or not Dance Moms, Bring It.
Bring It.
She used to do this on Bring It, and she would get into it with I can't remember the girl, but Christiana's aunt mom, the little girl, she would get into it with her. I think Kayla's mom as well a lot, because she would do this. Like, she'll do something fucked up and then expect for people to just get over it with an apology. But it's like, I feel like she'll do it again. That's messed up. Anna's Latrice's first restaurant, she was doing hair and stuff outside of that. So I don't like that, but they made peace, so if they let it go, I let it go. But Mrs. Moncrief, that's a good point you brought up.
Did y'all find it strange that when Latrice brings someone on the show, she falls out with them the next season, i.e. So Gucci?
So Gucci was So Gucci's fault, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I get what you're saying, because she does.
She does.
But that one was, I was gonna say, that one's isolated because, first of all, that they fell out in the off season, and Gucci didn't have her shit together. But she's supposed to be the top real estate agent in Mississippi. So to me, I kind of felt like she kind of did that to herself.
Gucci's not even in the top 10. There's not any list or stat on Mississippi real estate that Gucci was even top 20 in. So that's just her being confident.
But I totally agree with you. It's just that for me, I do find it strange that she does fall out with people, but I feel like it's because of somebody lacking. I feel like Latrice is one of those people that when somebody can't do something for her, she'll cut them off. She's one of those. Like, you've ever met one of those people that when you can't show up for them like one time, and it could be a crazy situation, that they just completely cut you off altogether. She reminds me of one of those people. That's why I kind of am like, I'm kind of iffy with. I go back and forth with her a lot. I do. I go back and forth.
She still feels away. I'm glad you brought that up. It seemed like she just kind of accepted Selena's apology because of the excuse that she gave on camera and how it would make her look if she didn't. But knowing Latrice, she's not letting it go.
Yeah, I don't see her letting it go. I 100% agree with that. The next thing we're going to talk about is Marie finally shows up. And Marie had on all silver with pink shoes. And then she had the Cynthia from Rugrats doll hairstyle with short plaits. Marie looks crazy.
Do y'all remember My Millennials, that movie on Disney Channel, Xenon Girl of the 21st Century? I think it was called. Marie looked like one of the backup dancers with a zoom, zoom, zoom. She looked like one of the backup dancers singing in space. Why does she have the things on her head with the short hair?
I said, Marie, come on now. The jokes don't have to write themselves now, do they? Lord. So Carrie said, oh, she just got out from parking her spaceship. And so I laughed at that. I did. I was like, damn.
With the denim pants. Like
it was like
there was like a denim patch to her bottoms.
Yeah. Absolutely, it was terrible. So the ladies are like, oh, Marie here, you're late to, and everyone's making a big deal about her being late. And Latrice's like, I want to get the tea on this party. What happened at your birthday, Marie? And Marie said, no, we're not doing that. Okay, I got a true or false question for you. So let me ask y'all something. True or false, how many of y'all have dealt with infidelity in your marriage? And everyone was like, where the fuck that come from? Why are you doing that? She said, well, I'm just saying, y'all always want to put out my business. I want to know where everybody else's business is. And so everyone was all like, Marie, come on now. It was weird that you had Cedric and Martin at your party, especially the teacher's piping up. She said, well, weird, but I just want to know, everybody want to put out my business. And I said, Marie, you ain't shit. It's like, you could have just said, girl, it was a good time. We had a great laugh. And yes, I had two of my mans there. That's what it is.
Marie and Dr. Heavenly together.
Oh my God. I can't believe I feel like we finna speak that into existence, because
that would be the funniest.
What I tell you, Marie cracks me up on a constant, and Dr. Heavenly does too. Yes.
between the evil witch laugh and she did. And I just saw a meme from Disney Channel, their Instagram page, and they were showing them singing the song. I was like this when I was a kid. That was my shit. But then the outfit that the guy was singing and the dancers, and when Raven went on stage, I was like, oh my God, that is Marie's outfit. That is her outfit. She looked like a space extra.
Yes. I'm gonna acknowledge some people in the chat real quick. Off to see the wizard. I don't know if I've ever met you on my channel before. Welcome, because it's my first time seeing you, and I'm glad that you comment. I hope you're subscribed to me, and I hope to always see you again. Mrs. Moncrief, here you go. That's right. I feel like she messed up that Goddess Link wig on purpose first. I don't believe that was the Goddess Link wig. I still don't believe that. I don't believe that. I wish I had my channel then, because I would have said that then. Marie's outer space outfit looked like she should have been a part of I'm done with y'all today. I'm not doing half of this on my channel. I'm not playing. That was a good one, Joseph Felton. I love it. I love it.
I can't unsee it.
So as Marie winds up, she said, Carrie, let me speak to you real quick. She said, I noticed that you have a lot to say about me. Someone just told me you was making fun of my outfit. She said, no, Marie, I wasn't making fun of your outfit. I was just saying that, you look like you got spark your spaceship, but that's how I am, Marie. I have a little disdain of, shading people. It's nothing personal, Marie. Marie said, oh, you shading people. Baby, you have no room to shade people with this head, with this ponytail and this little puff right here. You have no room to shade nobody. She said, oh, now you want to talk about my ponytail? Like, I look fabulous. And I'm looking at Carrie, and I said, baby, sit this one out.
Please.
Sit this one out. Mm-hmm. When I tell you whatever Marie told you in that moment is true, just take it. Look at yourself in the mirror like you was doing this entire event and say, okay, I got to do better next time because this wasn't the look, Just saying. Just saying.
She could have came back. She said, I'm going to give her a pass because it's her first season. But the way I would have roasted Marie's plaques, talking about look like the bowling little gutter balls lined up, ready for a ball to just come right through and knock them over. There's so much she could have said.
She could have, but I just, it's hard for me to agree with someone should come for somebody when the look they have on is worse than the look Marie had on. Like, that's where I'm coming from.
Pretty bad.
Like,
it's the thing. Right. Leave Whitley alone. Leave her alone. Please leave Whitley alone.
That's why I didn't say it, because I'm not going to have you disrespect her like that.
Jasmine Guy is a legend.
Yes, she is one of my absolute favorites. Please, yes. Like, I was just like, that's why I didn't say that, because I can't even fathom them words. Because she does not give that. She does not give that at all. She gives, she found a winning lottery ticket and got new money, which I hope to find today. Y'all pray for me. But anyways, let me go ahead and move on. So they just get to shade each other left and right. Letitia gives a speech basically repeating that she wants to help bring back the brunches and help entrepreneurs and women in business. This is what these brunches are for. These brunches are for helping women.
Why does she keep saying bring them back? Didn't we just get a brunch last season in New Orleans?
Yeah, that Goldie was in and everything there. That was some bullshit.
So why does she keep saying bring them back as if they left? You do this every season, bitch.
And then when you do them, they be half-assed. And then now that we found out that you charge, how much was it again? Let me go all the way up. It was $65.
$65 USD.
Now that we know that you charge $65 for this brunch, I want to meet the women who actually pay for it. Was y'all doing that just so y'all can get on TV and sign the release form and everything? Because there's no way
every week. So why is she talking about these brunches went away?
Does she still charge $65 every week? Like
Intergalactic Monroe.
I need to know, does she have these? Does she charge $65 and who goes to? Okay, I need to now. Mrs. Best is
going to Jackson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's go to Jackson. I need to go to Marie. Will Marie let my kind in?
Your kind.
It seems like these are geared towards women and entrepreneurs. I'm a black man and I'm an author. I am not an
You my
entrepreneur.
date, and you an entrepreneur.
I'm a subtle entrepreneur. I mean, no, I still get a residual check from that, but still, it's just I'm not paying no 65. If I pay $65, y'all, I'm gonna be on live.
James is trying to tell y'all he cheap, and that's okay. Because I wouldn't pay
No,
$65
I'm not
for a
cheap. If it's worth the $65, I will pay for it. If it's worth $65, best
Pulling
believe.
your leg, James.
I know you are just playing with you, but just in case nobody, you know, you have to be careful what you say because you know me better than a lot of people. So when you say that I'm cheap, people might actually believe that. I'm here to clear it up. I'm not cheap.
He's actually not.
I'm not cheap, but I'm not. But for somebody that cook their own food and they call it a brunch, no, I'm not paying $65 for that.
Now you smell a team set up by Todd to come at us with the bullshit. Oh, Aunt Bertha. I love her. I love her.
Shout out to Aunt Bertha, y'all. But anyways, y'all, the next scene we're gonna talk about, because that was it for Letitia's little brunch. Good luck, Letitia. I see your vision, I see what it is, but you need to come down about $30 on the prices. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's see what else happened. Shit. What else am I talking about? I know there's two more scenes. Oh yeah, Selena invited the ladies to her son's memoriam. I had to put that out there because that's something in my notes. But speaking of Selena, she goes and visits her triplets. Y'all know she got 3 little triplets. They're not really triplets, it's twins and then an older daughter, but I call them the triplets because they all look exactly alike. She goes and visits her triplets, and you know, the Sanjay, Sky, Star.
Very good.
Okay. Sky is the one that's pregnant again, right? Yes.
No.
Who's pregnant?
Star is pregnant now. Sky was pregnant last season and had her son. This is the other twin that's pregnant. Now, it's very, these are twins that truly look the same.
Look
when I
the
say
same.
down to
Oh my
weight,
God.
hair, like mannerisms, these twins are the same, but it is a different twin that is pregnant. And I did see Own make the effort to get it because I was confused at first too until the little boy was running around and it said Sky's son, but Star is now pregnant.
Whichever of the beautiful Daisy Roses is pregnant. She's pregnant. And Selena is happy because she's happy there's more boys. I guess Star is pregnant with a boy, which is beautiful. You know, they get more boys in the family because also JJ's gripe. There's all these girls. So now she's getting a boy, which is perfect. So Selena talks to the girls, you know, about where she is with Mike. She says that, you know, he's just really bad at communication. He bought another truck and is going back out on the road. And once again, if that is his job, Selena, you knew what you were signing up for. I'm so tired of you with this shit. So the girl's like, oh, but we like Mike. But yeah, mama, if you know, have all these issues, we don't want you to walk down that aisle and then don't get none of this resolved. Like, you need to talk to him. And that's when she brings up that they're going off the Pearsons and everything like that. Congratulations, Star, on your pregnancy. You are beautiful. All 3 of y'all are beautiful. I love it. Congratulations once again. And is there anything else you want to talk about with Selena? Okay, so we're going to move on. The last thing, y'all, because I'm hungry and I got to get up out of here. Marie goes to meet up with Martin because she had not heard from him in about 2 weeks. So she's going out to dinner with him. She's just really confused on what she wants to do because she really likes him. He does, you know, adventure out and does things that she normally would not do when it comes to Cedric. But she really loves Cedric because they have all this history. She said, hey, Martin, you know, I hadn't seen you in 2 weeks and I was worried about you. You know, it just seemed like after my party, you just ghosted me. What happened? And he said, well, you know, I had to go out of town to see my kids and my wife and everything and, you know, make sure that they were okay. And also in terms, I met, you know, Cedric and, you know, he just was talking, you know, it seems like you guys have a lot of history and things like that. So, you know, I kind of felt like I was, you know, coming up with something. And she said, well, you know, Martin, I was very honest, you know, with you. I said that, you know, we're just dating, having fun. And I told you I was entertaining, you know, my ex-husband, and I was very honest with you. I didn't keep anything from you. And Marty said, no, that's understandable. I get it, but it just seemed like it was really uncomfortable for me, and she said, Martin, you are a great guy. You really are. And I like you and everything. I really do. And that's why this is so hard for me, because I really like you. And, I don't want to hurt you. I just don't. But, Martin, I have to go with my heart. And I have to choose Cedric. So, we just have to end this. But I thank you for everything.
You can tell she the one that's usually getting dumped. Just based on how
it was so dramatic. I was like, Marie, it is not that fucking serious.
Proceeds to dump him.
Right.
Well, thank you for everything.
But thank you for everything.
Worried you dumped him. You couldn't even let him finish his slice of pizza. But okay, Marie. Why is she playing in our faces with this?
I have no idea, but it was funny as hell. But I tell you, I rewind that scene so many times because it was like, this can't be real. Like, hell no. Like, who the hell breaks up with somebody like this? Like, come on now, girl. You was
y'all could have went to a coffee if you was gonna break up.
I'm telling
you,
way
you gonna order food, wait for it to come. Look like they had appetizers, pizza, and beverages.
Y'all could have went to Starbucks and did this shit. Come on now, Marina. This is too much.
What did Martin owe you, or what family member of his did you help in Hamilton Davis that got him to do this for you? Come on now.
I'm just saying, like, this is
it's white people in Jackson, Mississippi. It's people from all over the world.
No, absolutely, yeah.
But I am with Miss Moncrief. I do not see this man riding through the Mississippi streets with intergalactic marine men, bro. Do not, let me tell y'all. What was her name in the comments? I can't remember her name right now.
Off to see the wizard. Off to see the wizard.
That is the funniest thing ever. Intergalactic Monroe.
Yes. Like, come on, Marie. We not buying. Nobody is buying this at all. We don't even buy Cedric. Like, come on. So we chose hell. Because first of all, Marie gives me, if she gonna date a white man, it's gonna be one of those like Travis Kelce kind of can get in between because he used to be with a black woman kind of white man. She don't give me, she gonna date some foreign guy who is trying to integrate here. Like, it does not give me that. I'm sorry.
She need a white man that uses dark brown as well as regular cane white sugar. That's she needs a combination of both. Like,
and they're out there. Trust me, they really are. There are Paul Walls out there for sure. Absolutely, there are. But
I still don't think that Marie. I used to think Marie would do better with a woman. I don't think that no more. But I just don't think that the type of man that she needs is in Mississippi. If that makes sense.
And sure hell ain't no damn Cedric. I know that. So like, come on, we not gonna play like that. No, Marie needed that guy, that former basketball player she brought at the finale season 1. She needs to go find him again because they actually looked nice together. They reminded me of Nikki Gilbert and her husband. So yeah. So that was pretty much the episode, y'all. That was it. It was fun. This was a good second episode. I actually liked it. Belle Collective. I didn't like the premiere episode, but this episode was funny as hell. But that was it, you guys. I'm gonna keep Belle Collective. And yes, Mrs. Moncrief asked, "Are we gonna do this every Saturday?" Yes, we'll be here every Saturday afternoon because we're busy. I have a wedding to go to in a few hours, so I have to get up out of here. But overall, this was a good thing to do. But this is all on my channel for now. We will be back on my channel on Monday for Real Housewives of Potomac. It's going to be an interesting Monday because I want to see if they are going to edit out Wendy scenes or not. We don't know, but we will be here Monday to tell y'all. But Mrs. Best has left the chat. She says she will see you all on Monday. Thank you guys for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you are not subscribed to me already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.